Hello guys, this is the Workshop No.04. My name is Tuan Minh. Is my student ID is 102107558, and the video link is after recording this video. I will put it on later. Here's the introduction to firm. The company name is the Mingtang Garment Export Co Limited. The employee scale is around 1,000 employees. Reason my father is working here as a head of import export department, so I decided to interview him and his company instead of others, which is so inconvenient, and I had to contact them via email and telephone number. I have some factors affecting decision making in HR. Still has some external factor according to Eric Friedman, 2019. There are 4 factors that are affecting the decision making in HR. The first is the government regulations, economic conditions, technological advancement, and finally is the demographics. And the next is 4 internal factors that I make from Barca from 2021. Is organization strategy, organization's culture, trade unions, and business financial position. I have some important factors that affect decision-making process. It's about for workforce demographics and economic conditions. These are external factors. Here is workforce is demographics is economic conditions. Is on the biggest external influence is shape of your current economy. Not only that, it affect the talent pool, but it might affect your ability to hire anyone at all. On the biggest way to prepare against these economic conditions is to not only know what is happening to the world around you, but also create a plan for there's an economic downturn. As an older generation retires and a new generation enters the workforce, the human resource department must look for ways to attract this new set of candidates. They must hire new different rate and other different types of compensation package that works for this younger generation. Those involved in human resource management, that's more than hiring and firing. They make sure that every type of external influence is listened and to proper procedures and followed to avoid lawsuit and sanctions. The next is last but not least is organization strategy and culture. Human resource management issues are not independent issues, but these are derived from organization strategy. Every organization set its strategies either explicitly or implicitly. Strategy is the way in which an organization reacting to its environment employs principal resource and marshal its main effort in pursuit of its purpose. Strategies operate at 3 levels: corporate level, business level, and functional level. The organizational culture is a very important factor which affect organizational processes and practice, including human resource management practice. Every organization, being a social entity, develops within the cultural system with some unique modes of behavior. These unique modes distinguish an organization from others. I found it in UMass about step in effective decision-making process. The first is from the identify is to identify decisions. Next is to gather the relevant informations, to identify alternatives, the weight the evidence, choose among alternatives, take action, and review the decision and its consequences. Here goals of strategic decision making process. From long-term goals is these are critical to strategic decision making process because they guide your choice and provide measurable and quantifiable ways to assess whether you are successfully aligning your company direction with the values that articulated to your business. And some short-term goals. decisions usually relate to immediate needs, such as improving cash flow so it can cover your outstanding bills. Despite the immediately and urgency of these goals, your strategic decision-making progress should still enable you to proceed with an eye toward both your vision and your long-term objectives. From Deborah Garnstein, 2019. Here's I interviewed Mr. Tuan Minh, head of Import-Export Department of Minh Thanh Garment Export Company. Minh Thanh is also considering other factors that affect the decision-making progress, such as government regulations. The Code of Vietnam Labor Law is an important factor when giving a decision to the development of Minh Thanh. About the workforce, the work from Minh Thanh also take care of labor health before deciding to work or not. In addition, the business has a multicultural workspace, so employees will have a lot of experience from other countries and love them. And last but not least, the company financial position. Before making any decisions, the company has to check their finance is enough for company performance and the profit in the long term, or maybe in the short term. Minh Thanh strengths and weaknesses. It's about his strength, preventing legal issues, immediate final support for employees, and multicultural working environment. Like his weaknesses is about limits some desirable alternatives and lack of profit in the short term. From the advice of Minh Thanh for newly graduates that I have found from the Nielsen Group, list of soft skill competency with a quick description. Here I found some that the self-completion, practical thinking, and professional skills. Here he's interviewed from Mr. Tuan Minh. Here is these are three advice from Minh Thanh. It says self-completion, be able to complete yourself and what is missing from training sessions. Therefore, could bring value to the business and can improve the way the employee self more. Practical thinking, could approach many problems from many points of view to see if have an understanding in a common way. The Minh Thanh hopes the employees not to have a short-sighted view. Professional skills, besides learning from university and gaining knowledge from that, students have to train their professional to gain convenience and concentration in the workplace of Minh Thanh. I have interviewed with Tuan Minh about the ranking or the importance of talent, experience, relationship, and grades. After the interview, I've shown that the talent is one of the most important because in human talent is the inner ability of each person that is promoted from each specific job. There's also an ability to evaluate which job is appropriate to them. Experience is the second one is experience. It's the time they work, they draw from knowledge about the fastest and most accurate work. It could show the professional of the person doing in a specific job position. The third one is the relationship. This ability to communicate the way that every person should create to create an effective working environment with a combination of people around. We could show ability of a person in a teamwork context. And the final one is grades. Grades was the least ranked because it's an assessment from a learning process in school or books. In practice, it might need some combined of many above factors and from some reality situations. Here's my conclusion about decision making. Both external factors are holding significant impact on HR department and the business decision making process. By every step of the decision making process should be made carefully and particularly. In addition, factors also considered before making efficient decision. Here's my references that I made. Eric Friedman, yeah. And after we interviewed Mr. Tuan Minh, head of the Import-Export Department from Minh Thanh Garment Export Co. Limited, and here's my email contact below, and he's willing to answer questions about HRM, Vietnamese, and English. Thank you for listening to my presentation.